Okay, another day, another video working on the Studebaker, the 52 Studebaker half ton. Remember, we're getting rid of this cab. I'm not getting rid of it, but tossing it aside for a better one. And we'll probably show you that, and we'll probably get it next week. But today, Derek's working on this 4-speed bell housing. It's a came from a 318 industrial 318 Chrysler engine. It was in a what the heck? Bombardier with a 4-speed. It was a big it's a big 4-speed. It's a NP 3500 or 4500. I can't remember the exact. So we bought that. Came with heads, the whole block, but the block was cracked, so we chucked it. But it, the heads are decent, and some parts are decent. And then he also had this. He was gonna put it in one of his S10s, but we offered him some money for it, and he said sure. So he was a very nice guy. So what we're planning on doing is, of course, the bolt pattern for here is not going to line up with these. So we're going to basically weld up these, weld up those ones, re-drill to match these. This is supposed to spigot in here, but this is much bigger, so we got to make a adapter. So that's what Derek's attempting to do right now. He's measuring up that and this, and then he's going to come over to the lathe, and he's got a chunk of aluminum. He's going to turn that down, and yeah, we're going to try and make this T5 work, because we're not, yes, it's out of an S10, it's probably out of a 4-cylinder S10. Well, it doesn't matter, a 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder, it's a non-world class, but it's an old one. It has mechanical speedo. I know these things, people say, oh, they don't take that much horsepower, but I've got one in my flathead. Sure, my flathead's not running, it's got 170 to 200 horsepower, but we figure this 318, we're not hot rodding it that much. It'll be a mild cam, maybe pumping 250 horsepower. So I think that will work. And if it blows up, then it blows up. We'll do something else after that. But it's not going to be racing this truck or spinning the tires with it like all you young hot rodders out there. But we'll that's what we're doing today. Yeah, so we got everything. I think we paid 150 for that, and then for all the for that and the heads and the whole block and everything. It comes with the clutch and everything. There's the clutch and flywheel, decent shape. We got a fan, bunch of miscellaneous 318 stuff that we can use on it. But that was another 150, I think. I think that's what it was. So decent. So we'll once Derek gets his lathe all set up, I'll show you a bit of that. Hey, Derek just started machining this thing. He's just making it basically more round right now. Just taking the outside diameter down to what it needs to be. And he's machining the front surface, making making that flat. Making the chips fly. And this is I can't remember what type of aluminum is this?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, okay.
Good aluminum.
Yeah, it's not your everyday cheap like aluminum. We have a good supplier of that gets us scrap stuff like this. Boring the big hole. That's the biggest one? Okay. That was the biggest drill bit he has. Now he's got to go in there with a boring bar.
I was going to put the light on, but I don't think it would work good if I did.
Using the boring bar to make the hole bigger. While he does that, I'm slowly cleaning a little bit of grease off the front spindle. Just chipping it away with a screwdriver, then I'll take a wire brush and some solvent and then a wire brush to it. If you take it to a sandblaster, it won't take the grease off too good, and it's been sandblasted partially already, so I'm just gonna, after I get the grease off, I'm just gonna take a wire wheel and chip off the surface rust and prime and paint it. Alright, Derek's just basically parting it off now. He's done all the cutting. Oil. Gumming up a bit. So. Alright, now we just gotta dig it out. I think it's under there somewhere. There it is. I'll see if it fits.
I left a little bit of a chamfer so it won't fall through. Well, that fit perfect there.
Mm-hmm. That's nice and tight. So.
Oh, tap that in.
Yeah, it'll stay in that part.
Yeah,
so.
so I put a little chamfer. Well, I left a spigot up there, so.
Yep.
There we go.
There. Now that should line up on there.
What we do. Oh, I think I'm starting off. We gotta clean up.
Yeah, it's this is just 100% mocking up. Get the light.
Yeah. And
that centers the bell housing. The Dodge 4-speed bell housing.
and then we just gotta play with our length to the.
Yeah, and we did measure it. It's very, very, very close. It's within less than 1/4 of an inch, I think.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. The clutch fork through there, we're going to have to modify. The Dodge one hooks onto there. And we'll be using a Chevy, the S10 pressure plate. Or not, the S10 clutch. And so we'll have to modify that a bit. But that's... It's not...
It'll work.
Yeah, actually it might work. We might not have to do anything. Well, that's good.
And I've done this before with other stuff, and it works. No problem.
Yeah, we just have to get it to actually bolt up to that tranny.
Oh, shoot, we can do after this.
Okay, finished cleaning this up, and I primed it. Some good rust inhibiting primer, and then I painted it with some duplicolor wheel paint. Sort of a darker silvery, almost cast iron look. So that's what I was gonna go for. So we'll looks pretty good. We'll probably paint the calipers and the parts of the rotor that same color, and I'm not sure about the upper and lower control arms, but that looks good. What we've found out is the top one holes are very, very close. So what we're just going to do is he sprayed it with dye. That'll go onto the transmission, and we're just going to basically grind out the transmission, the bolt right here a little bit. The bottom bolt will be roughly around there. So what we're going to just do is drill a hole and either just weld a bolt sticking out that way, or just put a nut and bolt, because you can there's all this area here you can get in there.
Lots of room.
Lots of room. Yeah, and we just got to figure out if this needs to be cut off or whatever, but I think that's the pilot shaft. We should be able to make, yeah, we'll be able to make just a pilot bearing and adapt that.
I don't know what size the shaft it is on the other one, so that's no big deal.
Hey, yeah, that's very close.
It's looking like a win right so far.
And if this, like Derek was just saying off camera, if this thing does blow up, this is a non-world class, we can always just go get look for a world class transmission out of a Camaro. It should handle the horsepower of this mighty 318. So let's see if it blows up, but I doubt it. Out the whole bit there. And that one down there just needs to be brought in that way. And this one just straight, and we're good. We tested the top two and they work perfectly. We just drill in the bottom two holes, just to, we've already piloted them. That's just drilling out the 1/2 inch. And as you can see, we've ovaled out this, brought it down and out. Same with this one, down and out. This one we had to move it in. This one we didn't have to do anything. It was fine. And that's the one hole there. Let's see. There's the one hole. And down there's the other one.
And we will make spacers to
to fill up that gap. Yep. This side has to go down just a bit. Yeah, this side, yeah.
Yeah. I'm 100% on my side. Where's the other bolt?
I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bolt started.
Enough with 1/2 inch. Might not have the right pole.
Just gonna snug these up, and then we'll see if our holes on the bottom. And they're not threaded. We decided just to put a nut and bolt in them. They have to be old.
Oh, you tap that side, that's going way off.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe not. I'm looking at the wrong hole. Sorry. That one's good.
Yeah.
That one's good. I'm looking at the wrong hole.
Oh, okay.
I think I can get a short bolt for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and right now there's a gap there. We'll make a spacer in there.
It's too short.
We're lacking in the 1/2 inch bolt department.
Maybe. Someday I'll get a bunch of bolts. Okay. That one's in. That one is get off just a tad.
Oh yeah,
Just a,
it's hitting the
I don't think we can.
and even the bolt is hitting the cast, the curved part.
Oh yeah. We just a little off either of that. We'll put a 7/16 bolt in it.
Well,
But to me it doesn't matter. Welding down there to be strong.
yeah. Or we can just grind out the aluminum a bit.
Yeah.
But for right now, yeah, I just stick that in, and because we have to do still a lot of work on it to make the spacers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a gap there. We'll have to make a spacer. We'll have to grind around the bolt, and so the spacer will go around the bolt. But yeah, that's the first step of mating this bell housing to the transmission. Getting it all, there's the spigot that Derek made out of aluminum. And we'll just have, yeah, like a nut there. Of course, we'll put washers and all that crap in, but this is just temporary, just
Mock up.
Yeah, and then we won't be using this, because that's the Dodge and that, but we'll be using that. We'll have to re-drill it for the S10 pressure plate and clutch.
I'll do that on the mill. I'll dial the flywheel and get the bolt hole circle.
Yeah.
Drill them.
But I think for now, I think we'll call it good. A very good start. So yeah, more work done on the Studebaker. So keep watching, and thanks for all the comments, and thanks for the guys that wanted to buy all the cars. They're all been spoken for. So yeah, keep comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that. See you in the next one. That cab's disappearing. New one coming soon.